Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to a daily update on my 1000 days challenge. This is day 163, so let's get things started. Alright, so firstly, you'll see the change in terms of the table and the setting layout. I'm actually using this to actually break down in terms of the capital I put in, the main trading account I have, also the experimental trading account in terms of the balance, and also the combine as well. So over here is where you see the combine in terms of the equity. Maybe I need to update a little bit. Not sure why this is changing. Okay, so basically this is just the main and this is just the experimental. I will do one with the combined layout setting later based on that. Alright, so there's something I need to work on as well. So this is still in experimental phase for this page. But otherwise, the reason why I'm showing you this is because moving forward, over here you won't be able to see the breakdown. So I'll shift over to this equity chart over there for you to see the breakdown before I move back over to here, which is the main update as well. All right, and as you know, today is Sunday, so I'm just going to do a very quick run through in terms of the Bitcoin, the crypto market itself. So as you can see, Bitcoin is still consolidating very nicely within this small tight region between 38.6K to this 42K region, or more importantly, this 41.4K region. As you can see, we rejected one time over here, two time over here, and three time over here on the 4 hourly chart. On the weekly chart, do bear in mind that even though it's going to close tomorrow, I'm going to just do a very quick run through. The reason why I see that this is a very clear parabolic phase, although we can see a significant increase in volume, there will reach a point in time whereby we will get clear rejection. When it will be is hard to determine, but if you compare to previously, it's still not as high. But bearing in mind that over here the price is much lower, so the total volume, if you take the volume times the price itself, the actual price is still going to be much higher over here. Because here you're talking only 5 to 6K, while here you're talking about 40K per Bitcoin. So volume is something to take into consideration, but bearing in mind that with such a significant steep slope in price, it also means that the interest is generated significantly more in terms of dollar value wise, of US dollar value wise. Alright, and bear in mind that the reason why I call this exponential is because over here to here, you can take the low to over here, which is or to the 20 exponential moving average, is around 17.725. So if you just do a very estimated draw over here to here, you're getting 45%. Whereas over here, even if we were to close at this high, say maybe around 19,900-ish, you're getting 66. So yeah, so from 40 over percent overextended, now you're getting 60 over percent extended. So do bear in mind that this is definitely looking to be really overextended, similarly to what we get over here. So if you compare to what you had over here just before the drop, basically have over here to around here, there's an 89%, so 90% exponential spike in terms of that. So if it does goes along to that, then there will be something that will be extremely cautious. Yeah, so this could something repeat by itself again, but otherwise it could still climb very much high as you can see over here. Okay, very sharp drop, but we can still keep rising, drop, rising, drop. So there's something to bear in mind. All right, and one thing to bear in mind is I'm also looking at the log chart. So there's something that, which is why I say you can see over here is 6,000 over, but here is actually 41,000-ish. All right, so let's see how tomorrow candle close, but bear in mind that things looks really bullish, tentatively speaking. On the daily chart itself, things looks also a little bit extended, but we can see that we are consolidating over here, which is a good sign. So we could drop over here before we go up to higher high, which is what I would personally prefer. However, if we were to close above, I could consider entering half my position that I usually do. And the reason why I want is basically why I mentioned earlier. See that it was rejected once. He retested this 41.4K region twice and the third time, and we are still potentially going to break it on the fourth time. And I can see that this 20 exponential average is catching up as well, which means to say that it has a decent enough time to consolidate, whereby people are accumulating over here. And if you switch towards the 9 chart, you'll see very clearly that we are actually still forming higher highs over here. So if we form higher high and break above, that's where I will enter half my usual position, because bearing in mind that now it's really overextended. So I would enter over here, but only on the condition that I would take a fixed target profit over here, or I'll be very aggressive to take profit if I see any strong rejection in that sense. So this is more like a small scalping price action kind of trade, not looking to trail further up. If I were to trail further up, I would potentially even half it further, meaning to say once it hit 1:1.5, I'll very much likely take the 50% profit and let it trail above. So there's another alternative as well. But the longer it trails, the longer it consolidates, the more likely I am to use the trailing stop loss in comparison to a fixed stop loss in that sense. All right, as for here, this trade, like what I mentioned, is still being trailing upwards, which is good for me. Now 50 simple moving average has moved above. So tentatively, I will most likely be able to close in profit, at least for this trade that I've entered on around here, which is on the 6th of January. All right, so that's basically about it. This trade remains valid, and I could potentially be entering this trade if it does breaks up nicely above. And yeah, and the longer it consolidates between here is still a good sign as long as it consolidates above this 20 exponential moving average. If it does break below before it goes up, then I will not be entering. There's something to bear in mind. All right, so otherwise, that's more or less about it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.